Hey everybody, I want to show you a quick thing in HubSpot. A couple of questions have come up pertaining to how do I delete a record, or how do I make it so that someone doesn't get the automated email responses. I think one of the things that's very important to realize, automation is powerful, but it only does exactly what you tell it to do. It will not do more, it will not do less. So for instance, if you send a certain kind of email, unless you tell HubSpot to do differently, it doesn't know. Okay, so here's a couple of things that we can do to modify that. Now, question came up, how do I delete a record? I'm in a record right now, just pulled up a random one. You can delete a record, but I'm going to show you how, but I'm going to request that you don't. If you click on Actions right here, and then Delete, that will delete the record. What I would prefer that we do instead, let's say for instance we find that they're like a fraudulent person and we really don't want to email them again, okay? Rather than deleting that record, if that person contacts us again a year from now, if there's no email in the system, HubSpot's going to add them right again. Okay, and so especially as we're looking at adding on other people across the country, we need to benefit from the conversations that we're having today. Okay, so keep that person in the record, but here's a couple of things that you can do. Number one, I want you to go into the lead temperature and take off new and change that to remove bad lead. Okay. Eventually, when we have that done, that's going to stop outgoing emails to them. I don't have that set up yet, okay? And I tried, and it's not as easy as it might sound. So, eventually, it will do that. However, for the time being, I need to do another step. I am not going to save that because we don't want Daniel. Daniel's still new. The other thing that you can do is go over here to the right and look at these workflow memberships, okay? Workflows are how we send automated emails. So you click on Manage, and what you can see is he's already been subscribed to 5 of those things. Number one, when the contact owner was notified when the PFS was signed. Okay, done. Contact owner was notified when the PFS and NDA. But you'll see that they're completed. Okay, if it's a completed workflow, don't worry about it because it's not initiating any new contact. The fact that they're enrolled in a workflow. If it's completed, it's completed, okay? We have to initiate something else to contact them. However, if they are enrolled, let's say, for instance, we go in and we find this Daniel Hansen is the spawn of Satan and we should not ever talk to him again. In addition to changing the lead status, I need you to unenroll them from the workflow, okay? So it's real quick and simple. I want you to change the lead temperature. But I also want you to, and by the way, this is not just for knowing what workflows people are getting emails from is a helpful thing to begin with. All you do is you go over here to Manage Workflows, and that will, or Workflow Membership, excuse me, Workflow Membership. And click Manage, and that will modify the way that that's done. Another thing I'm going to show you just real quick, because I just used this myself, is attachments. I had a situation, and I don't know why it happened, but the guy completed the PFS and NDA in HubSpot, or excuse me, in Panda Docs, and it just didn't, the automation did not work to get those documents into HubSpot. We'll be working through to find out why. It happens, 1 in 30 times. 29 times it works, 1 in 30 times it doesn't. I got to figure out why, and unfortunately, those things usually takes longer to figure out how to get the 1 error out of 30 fixed than to get the 29 set up. But in good time, we'll make sure that that's a challenge that I've got to address. In the meantime, however, I was able to attach those files. Now it's a different record, but if you have a file that you need to attach to the record, they send a a profile that you want to have added. Okay, you can go in here, and a lot of times, by the way, if they send you an email or you send them an email and there's an attachment, they're going to attach that file over here in this attachment area where you can see those files. It's really, really handy to have those sitting there. They're pretty darn visible right in that spot. However, if you need to add one, all you do is go to attachments and click add, and you're going to upload that file. It does create a note attached with that upload. Okay, so it uploads the file and creates a note over here. That's a quick and easy solution. Be patient with us. Automation is really, really, really effing complicated to get it to do everything that you think it should do. Computers are not smart, okay? All they do is do exactly what they're told. And we will work to make ours smarter, but we are pretty early in the process, and some things that look like they'd be easy to do, like if they change, if I change the temperature or if I change a record, make sure that we don't send any more workflow emails. Looks simple. Sounds like it should be simple. I went in to do that this morning, and I spent about 20 minutes looking around trying to figure out how to do it. Could not figure it out. So we're going to have to do a couple of things, but eventually we'll get that figured out. I'll first send a note to HubSpot help, but anyway, I'm getting down a rabbit trail. Be sure you're aware of the things in this video because they will definitely help you with managing your contact records and people that we need to contact or don't need to contact going forward. Thanks a lot.